mostly in the city, practicing for about 26 years, real estate, transactional work. I do a little bit of litigation as well. Several years ago, I saw the need for prevention of title theft. Fast forward 3, 4, 5 years later, this rise in title theft has occurred in part because of the rise in identity theft, and it's becoming a growing problem. So I developed this concept. The company is called LandLock, and basically what it does is it seeks to prevent title theft from occurring before it occurs. I don't know if you guys have seen these commercials, Home Title Lock, which monitors title, but we all know that that basically doesn't do that much. It just alerts the property owner of a transaction once the transaction occurs, which is after the fact. Mortgage is placed on a property, hits the county recording office, it alerts the true property owner, and now the true property owner has to scramble to try to fix title by, I guess, going to court and quieting title and starting an action, which I've seen statistics, that sort of thing costs somewhere in the vicinity of $80,000 to $100,000 on average to try to get your title back, trying to prove to a court that the true property owner did not sell or mortgage the property. LandLock prevents title theft from occurring. How does it work? The property owner registers his identity with LandLock. LandLock's platform verifies the person's identity through biometrics and government-issued ID. It checks the authenticity of all of that, social security number, etc. It asks for, to select a bunch of security questions, and then the person answers those security questions, and of course, only the person who's answering knows those answers. Once that verification process is passed, then LandLock's platform generates what we call a warning page, which is a copyrighted document that I developed. It gets recorded on the property's title, and it informs the public that the true property owner registered his identity with LandLock. And it instructs the public that before you complete a transaction with the individual who's sitting on the other side of the table, for example, at a closing, it instructs a mortgagee, a buyer, title insurer, title agent, to request that the person with whom you're dealing obtain proof of identity through LandLock's platform. Of course, the only one that can do that is the account holder, the one who opened the account in the first place and who verified his or her identity. LandLock's platform, of course, also attaches, ensures that the person who's registering is in fact the property owner by looking at the last recorded deed. And that's generally how it works. So any mortgagee, buyer, title insurer, title agent, etc., maybe even tenants if they check title, would not conclude the transaction unless and until the person with whom they're dealing is able to get proof of identity through LandLock. There's some other features. I don't know, everybody kind of looks a little bored here, so I'm not going to necessarily go through all these little details, but generally speaking, that's how LandLock works. And hopefully it'll become a known thing so that it'll be something that this is the thing that people do in order to prevent title theft from occurring before it occurs. And that's generally how it works. I don't know if anybody has any questions, or maybe questions come later. No? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing us to be here and sponsoring the event. And we'll talk soon.